There's this interesting Space Death Knight running around lately, and I gave it a try. It was pretty fun, a little bit on the slow side, but definitely pretty usable. So if you guys want to be playing something a bit more control-y from Death Knight right now, this Space Death Knight might be a good deck for you. The stats for it are not super amazing and sitting at 53% with 4,000 games plus, but it definitely feels like a fresh new take on Death Knight, given that lately we've been seeing plenty of a lot more aggressive variants. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Now, let's get into it.
You are not prepared!
Here it is in all of its glory, and yeah, it's Space Death Knight because you are basically building a starship, which could be blasting for quite a good amount of damage and quite a big fat board, honestly. The main heavy hitters in this deck would be the guiding figures as well as the soulbound spires, because once you pop this thing open around turn 7, turn 8, you will actually be filling the board with some pretty nasty minions, a bunch of 10 drops basically, and a lot of opponents actually cannot handle something like this. Against other opponents, you're just gonna control the hell out of them with things like corpse explosions and wild pyromancers with poison breaths and no melee and stuff like that. So yeah, the deck can be a little bit on the aggressive side if you manage to pull off some pretty quick starship, but if you can't, you also have the very slow game plan with Kill Jaden at the end. We have a couple of orbital moons, and these would be best on your starship pieces so you can get an extra copy of those. It would be ideal to actually play it when you actually played an instant card for this. And it would be pretty amazing if you actually use this on the already launched starship. That might also be pretty worth it. The guiding figures, the first time you play this, you don't need to actually get the effect out of it, you just play it for the hell of it, just so it goes into your starship. I guess in some cases, if you do have the option to trigger something like a Chill Fallen Baron or something, it's not wrong to try for doing something like that, but playing this on turn 2 is also not bad. Couple of Infested Breath for a little bit of removal, it also could snipe off some sneaky lethals if the opponent is close. Couple of poison breaths, usually meant for your wild pyromancers, but in some cases you could be using it just on a hero power if there's just one big thing you want to be removing and actually not kill off your own board. We have a couple of bloods in here. We are a triple blood variant after all, so why wouldn't we do such a thing? The pyromancers, usually you want to be using them with the poison breath, but in some cases you could also do something silly like use this guy plus an orbital halo, and that way you actually get the lifesteal for quite a lot while dealing with some wide, not so tall boards. Chill Fallen Baron helps with the card draw. The Soulbound Spires are pretty nice, summoning you some big men once this comes out of a starship, because you are gonna have a pretty easy time doing this when you have a 10 attack on this. Xavius is also pretty sick, giving you some very nice potentials to discover cool minions from your deck, like summon extra copies of your starship pieces, getting things with a discount, getting things with charge, why wouldn't we? Sanguine Infestation, again, pretty nice, basically a couple of taunt minions for the opponent that he will want to deal with, that also give you a bunch of suck, and also the card draw is super good for you. We're even running things like Suffocate in here, because yeah, you are building a starship and destroying a couple of minions this way could be pretty good. And also this is one of the reasons why you want to be positioning properly against Death Knights nowadays, because if you have a dormant minion and you don't put it between your minions, well, you probably are shooting yourself in the foot. We also have a couple of Ancient of Yours for more card draw. The Arcanite Defense Crystals makes your starship even bigger. Single copy of Corpse Explosion in here because we also have a copy of Nomelia, so you have some flexibility what you want to be using. In the end of the day, you're not going to be getting that many corpses with this deck, so the second one might be a little bit on the redundant side. The Nomelia is pretty nice, and a second reason why you should be positioning properly against this deck, because you can be playing around it with the help of dormant minions, positioning your taunt minions isolated, that kind of stuff could be helpful. Kill Jaden is also in here. I never really got to actually abuse this guy in the matchups we had, but if you're against some slow control matchup, he would be nice. Exodar, usually used to get yourself extra copies of the starship pieces, but you're no stranger to using it for lethal outs with the help of Ceaseless Expanse on an empty board. That's gonna be everything going face, so if the opponent's actually kind of close, then that might be the way to go. And in other cases, you could also just go for the armor if you know the opponent does not have that much damage left in him. And last, we have the Ceaseless Expanse, as strong as ever. For the matchups, here's what we can see. Zarimi Priest is definitely not going to be great for you. Terran Warrior, apparently. Wheel Warlock is also pretty annoying for you, but things like Pally, I think, felt pretty good for me, but maybe we just got lucky. The rest are looking pretty doable, so you got that going for you. For the mulligan, going first, you are going to be looking for the good cheap starship pieces, the Chill Fallen, the Infested Breath, Sanguine Infestation, or Xavius, even if you're curving into them, that kind of stuff. And on the coin, again, pretty much same deal, so mulligan accordingly. The deck is not too expensive, but obviously it's also not too cheap, as control decks like to not be. So yeah, if you're looking for something a bit more control-y, a bit slower than the usual fast decks nowadays for Death Knight, this might be pretty fun for you. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 Legend with it. Alas, the music got recorded straight into the stream, so you might be hearing some weird audio, but I hope you still managed to enjoy it. What a piece of crap that one was. Certified doctored. Certified doctored. That's the closest that guy is gonna get to a doctor. Doctored is the closest he can get. Okay. That's slightly annoying. He's probably gaining more XP, Azer. Think about the XP, guys. Think about the XP after all. Okay, I mean, I could do this. Could also just suck one. I think I'll suck one so I can draw a bunch. Think about the XP. I would not put it beyond him. Let's get this thing in. That's what she said. Just do this. Just do this. Efficient. Sure. Oh man.
The citadel stands strong.
Always this one. It's gonna be hard to get reborn out of it anyway, so...
Lot number 802, welcome to the collection. Now this is treasure.
Well, Corpse Explosion gets the job done. Just gotta click the hero power first so we have enough corpses. Could also consider straight up Showfall and Baroning, but that is gonna leave me with a burnt card next turn. So I'll just go like this. Put this thing on still. Get it involved. Why wouldn't we, after all?
Citadel stands strong.
Now let's fish out our Exodar. Hopefully it's not guaranteed, but close to it. Wow. So much for that. Thanks, game. Divine Shield, Wind Fury. That might work. This might actually be cool. But that was a bit on the riggy side, not getting the Exodar, but it'll come. It's almost there. Guess I could have just poked phase 2. This is fine. Naturally, Exodar last cards. Next turn I'm basically one off lethal with Exodar plus the launch, because he's only sitting at 20 health. Do I just do it? Could actually just do this turn and just hero power his mouth, and we can do the thing next turn. So as long as he doesn't heal, he dead. He does not need to know he is one-off lethal. And there we have it. I mean, let's do this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that went swell. This guy was a little bit on the slow side, it feels. Some of that Asha main rogue. Diablo. Okay, this time for real. I think we should be pretty good against this guy. Sorry for a little bit of lower energy today, guys. Bit on the tired side, not gonna lie. Sometimes it be like that. What is up with this hand, bruh? This hand depresses me. This guy ain't too quick. Maybe I should have put the Yor instead here, but this is also not bad. Maybe we're just gonna get a pretty quick Starship plan or something. Because this guy does not handle a bunch of idiots on the board too well. And if I get a few of the guiding figures, that ought to help. Okay, where were we? For now, this is fine, so he doesn't have an easy way to clear it. I could have also done the trade for the sake of him not being able to buff it. Maybe I should have. Perhaps, perhaps. Mine is. A little. Okay, that's why. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to make the trade, but it's not a big deal. Big dealin'. Couple of 5/5s. I have 7 mana, so I can draw one, see what that do. And if it don't do much, I'll just put another one of these. 3 cards are clearing the board for me right about now. That ain't one of them. Sludge. Okay, I could destroy the 8 and the 1/4. That removes a fair bit. Oh well, it's worth it. The way things are going, I think it's worth it. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll even kill this. I mean, do I? Yeah, I do. Where'd that hard removal again, guys? Hard removalant. Not a card. Okay. There he is. Took him a while, but they came. He gets a couple of 7/7s, I can actually clear him with this and that, but it's probably gonna be more than 7s. Uh-huh. See what that do. Another poison deuce. I'm gonna keep that cyclage going. If I suck on this, it's only gonna leave him with a 9/9, so I take those. Oh, you know, it's over there. Ew. Crap explosion. Well, let's explode some of that crap. Let's keep the cyclage. He plays big men, we destroy big men. All is right in the world. The bigger the better. The bigger the men, the harder they fall. He seriously went for the 2 damage there? What the fuck? Zavy ass. Let's get that sexy dar. This time for real, please. There we go. Time for that shitless expanse in it. That ought to do it. Yeah, it did it. Well, that was miserable for him. Next one gonna rock. My body is prepared, DJ. My body is prepared. Thank you for the follow. Stick RN. Gotta do it. That was the best thing you could be having on turn 1 right there. Proceeds to get dirty ratted. That'd be fun.
My face don't know where I am, cause I got my drugs from Amsterdam.
The citadel stands strong.
Let's just put this thing. I think we're super favored in this matchup. He don't do much. For the most part, at least. Going for the tempo. That's new. Don't need to chip damage him. It's not like he's not gonna quill board the shit out of me anyway. Might as well mitigate some of that damage. Who's sleeping? Mm-hmm. Let's get this there as well.
Off my face don't know where I am, cause I got my drugs from Amsterdam.
Well, that's kind of sucky, but not too sucky. He can't even trigger the 5-free, so it's kind of whatevs. Yeah. They like popping out on new channels, don't they? Sick. That's mildly annoying. Gives him a couple of free frees, 8 to the face. All is good in his world.
The citadel stands strong.
I'm gonna burn a card. Do I care about that? I already have the really important cards in here. Cookie. Nothing too playable on my part for next turn. Could just straight up launch that ass. It's not gonna be super good though. It's gonna be a 9/9. Yeah, not ideal, not ideal way things are going. Again, we'll burn one card. Could even red card my shit. Fuck it, I'll waste one of these. I should have wasted the other one though. This one was easier to activate, I guess. This is pretty slow. Okay, there's the thing. Could just gain the armor a bunch. I think that's what I do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Throw it out. Cool. Yeah, Big Demon Hunter doesn't handle big health pools too well, let alone big boards. Against the mage. Can keep the whole thing. Yeah, no. I still just want this in, doesn't matter if it's triggered or not. It's not about triggering it the first time. It's about it being in the Starship. Let's get that cycle going. Keep the cyclage. Just spell mage, interesting. Sure. Funny how I have all the hard removal against this guy, but not against the last one. Real funny. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Shoot to shoot. Shoot to shoot. Let's see a 50-50. Doesn't matter. Okay, very soon we could start blasting on that. Let's get a couple of these shits. Could even give reborn on this so that we summon even more crap with the guy. The only downside is we don't have a way to actually trigger once we do that, so I'd rather save that and do it as a way to trigger these. Still gonna summon me a couple of very big men once these are dead, so a couple of tenners over there. Should I just start blasting? Could Could just get him back in hand. Think that would be the adult thing to do. Wow, look at that. Well, at least the other one was good. But the first one was painful to the eyes. I don't have a spell to trigger again. Let's see what that do. Ew. Ew. Help, he's cheating. He's doing what I'm doing, but better. Fuck. How dare he? Why would he do such a thing? If I trade the 6s and then go with corpse, that might leave me with something. Okay, let's see what this do. Nothing. Counterspell would be a damn shame though. There might be one. I don't have a way to testicle. That's not great. I do now, but I don't. Well, next turn we'll figure it out. I'm not gonna do too much this turn then. Let's just do this. Oh, I did? When? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Good game, I guess. Happens to the best of us. Okay. Yeah. So one is counterspell for sure. I guess vampiric blood is not that important for my life and body. So go ahead and do this. Ill. Random bullshit go. That's a lot of tentacles. Tentacles. Yeah, what can I say? I do my best. Sometimes it's enough. Others not so much. Come on, child. What's it gonna be? Go ahead, child. Well, the 12 still attacks, you know. That's kind of cool. But not really. I'd still like to draw a couple. Why not? Not sure what this guy's endgame plan is, like, how is he gonna get all of that damage in my mouth? Heal. That helps. Another one. Goes for the randos. A lot of summoning spells in this batch, huh? That helps. I should have waited to see what we actually summoned here, because if I had... Ah shit, that's what triggered? That was dumb. Oh well, it is what it is. We could have had a couple of more idiots here instead of that. Alas, we didn't. Come on, man. Get a load of this guy. It's over, bud. It's over. I think it's time we just go for the kill, Jaden. Gotta go for that kill, Jaden. Could even discover myself a charge idiot out of that. When you play this after you played Kill Jaden, it basically opens your collection and you write Demon. Imagine if it did. Dude is trying, chat. But not for long. Okay, yeah, all around this deck is actually kind of cool. Kind of cool, a bit on the slow side. Slow control, steady. That kind of stuff. But let's see if we can play something a wee bit quicker, a wee bit cheaper. God knows this one's a bit on the expensive side. Actually not that expensive now that I check it, but